unique opportunity to do what has not been done before. Namely, that under your leadership, you've given up a second time to appreciate a man who did his best, and his best was more than enough to keep Nigeria going. And it's like Your Excellency used to tap my phones, Mr. President, when you mentioned a special relationship between me and our departed father. When I became a governor, sir, given the circumstances under which I came in, I took a very difficult decision that was embarrassing to one of our statesmen in Edo State. Our departed father called me and said, Adams, that was a mistake. Notwithstanding who is where you now have the issues resolved in your favor, you do not take decisions in moments of anger. Only a man like Edwin Clark could deliver such a loaded, minimum words, maximum wisdom to someone who was not a member of his party. Edwin Clark spoke truth, not only to power. Edwin Clark spoke truth in power, whether at the federal or at the state level. And up to the last moment, Edwin Clark refused to proceed on old man's leave. He was active till the last day. Anything and every government policy, regardless of the political party that produced the government of the day, you have to ask yourself, how will Edwin Clark react to this particular decision? We, in the South-South, in particular, this is truly not in the general way we speak where people pass. We can't replace the voice of Edwin Clark. But what we can learn is that never should any one of us feel so comfortable in a system as to be unable to speak truth, even in power, and definitely out of power. Because Clark has taught us that the fact of being privileged to lead does not mean God has conferred on you all the wisdom, and that there is room for contestation and disagreement so that we can have an agreement that benefits from the input of all. When I saw my brothers and sisters who have come here to listen to us today, my message to the children is that you have a huge body. When they ask you who is your father, you say Edwin E.K. Clark is or was my father. And you should sustain the tradition. Speak truth to power. Never be tired. Bear the brunt of being misunderstood, but service your conscience. May his gentle soul rest in perfect peace. Amen. And I support the motion, whether it was a motion or opinion, very worthy suggestion by the leader of the Senate, that when we talk about national honors, E.K. Clark deserves more than CON, Commander of the Order of the Niger. If people like me have Commander of the Order of the Niger, E.K. Clark deserves much more than that. But beyond national honors, I want to see a major street in the Federal Capital Territory or highway or institution named after him, so that it will be said that once upon a time, a man was born where he was born. He lived through military and civil rule. He was never tired. At old age, he spoke for us. He stood by us. And today, he's no more. But what he did while alive has enough to immortalize his name. His gentle soul rest in peace, and may the good Lord grant the family the fortitude to bear this truly painful but irreplaceable and inevitable end of a man who gave his all to our great country. Thank you, Mr. President.
Amen.